Hello, good morning. I'm Jituman Das, Assistant Librarian, Central Library Testu University. Today I'm going to tell about the UGC guidelines about plagiarism and what is plagiarism. An objective of this presentation is first of all we have to know what is plagiarism and UGC guidelines about plagiarism, excluding areas in the documents for plagiarism sake, and level of plagiarism and penalties for plagiarism. Okay? And first of all, what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is the representation of another author's language, thought, ideas, or expressions as one's own original work. That is from Wikipedia. Plagiarism is a form of misconduct and is defined as taking and using another person's thought and presenting them as is they were one's own. Plagiarism should be understood as someone's using someone else's intellectual products, such as texts, ideas, or results, thereby implying that it is their own, and argue that this is an adequate and fruitful definition. Since it is the important to determine what constitutes misconduct in scientific writing, and plagiarism is a must-use concept in discussion of scientific misconduct. One should perhaps expect agreement and a fairly high level of precision regarding what constitutes plagiarism. Plagiarism is a serious issue in research. Plagiarism is a well-known and growing issue in the academic world. It is estimated to make up a substantial part of the total number of serious deviations from good research practice. And UGC guidelines. University Grants Commission has published as a promotion of academic integrity and prevention of plagiarism in higher education institution. The regulation in 2018. They shall be applied to students, faculty, researchers, and staff of all higher education institutions in the country. That is published in the Gazette. That link is given here. The key regulation, academic integrity. It is the intellectual honesty in proposing, performing, and reporting any activity which leads to the creation of intellectual property. Authors include a student or a faculty or a researcher or staff of a higher education institution who claim to be creator of the work under consideration. Common knowledge means a well-known fact, quote, figure, or information that is known to most of the people. Similarity check for exclusion from the plagiarism. Some of the areas we have to exclude while we are going to check our some documents. First of all, we have to work on this before submitting a document for plagiarism. All quoted work reproduced with all necessary permission and or attribution. All references, bibliography, table of content, preface, and acknowledgements. All generic terms, laws, standard symbols, and standard equations. In submission of one document, after we can in that research work, the research work carried out by the student, faculty, research, and staff shall be based on the original ideas, which shall include abstract, summary, hypothesis, observation, results, conclusions, and recommendations only, and shall not have any similarity. It shall exclude a common knowledge or a coincidental term up to 14 consecutive words. Level of plagiarism that is decided by UGC guidelines. Level 0, similarity up to 10%. Minor similarity, no penalty. Level 1, similarity above 10% to 40%. Level 2, similarity above 40 to 60%. Level 3, similarity above 60%. Based on that, some penalties are described by UGC guidelines. The penalties in Institutional Academic Integrity Panel shall be imposed penalty considering the severity of the plagiarism. In level 0, similarity up to 10%, minor similarities, no penalty. Level 2, similarities above 10 to 40%, such students shall asked to submit a revised script within a stipulated time period, not exceeding 6 months. Level 2, similarities above 40 to 60%, such students shall be debarred from the submitting a revised script for a period of 1 year. Level 3, similarities above 60%, such student registration for that program shall be cancelled. Note, penalty on repeated plagiarism. Such students shall be punished for a plagiarism of one level higher than the previous level committed by him or her. In In case where plagiarism of highest level is committed, then the punishment for the same shall be operative. Penalty in case of no 2 penalty in case where the degree of credit has already been obtained if plagiarism is proved on a date later than date of award of degree or credit as the case may be, then his or her degree or credit shall be put in abeyance for a period recommendation by institutional academic integrity panel and approved by the head of the institution. That is also published in the UGC Gazette. That is link is given here. And the conclusions. Plagiarism should be understood as using someone else's intellectual products such as texts, ideas, or results, thereby implying that it is their own. Before writing a thought that should properly acknowledge. Plagiarism is a serious offense today, which lead to ruin someone's career. So better keep in original work, and the best way to avoid plagiarism is to learn and employ the principle of good academic practice from the beginning of your study career. Avoiding plagiarism is not simply a matter of making sure your references are all correct or changing enough words so that examiner will not notice your paraphrase. It is about deploying our academic skill to make your work as good as it can be. And some of the references that UGC guidelines 2018, that is link is given here. Then Oxford University about academic guidelines skill and plagiarism, then Wikipedia definition. Thank you all. Thank you.